game 2 for the first series of KC versus G2 in the playoffs. KC played a very bad game. This game, they have a way better chance of performing. I mean, they have Alistar and Terrell, which is reasonable. They got Rumble into Galio, and even though Galio is a counter pick into Rumble, if you don't get a lot done in the beginning, the Rumble will just blast you. Like, the Rumble will be way more useful. Vi with these combos, not bad. I mean, they have a very good fighting chance, right? And neither team really has the lane swap, so this probably will end up as a standard game. A little weird that LeBron just kind of walks in that way, but he didn't really see enough. Yeah, it's going to be a standard game, which is expected, right? Now, they should... I mean, unfortunately, the Rel lost so much HP she had the base, so she couldn't be in the brush first. Alistar the bot lane themselves probably should have went and taken that over. Now, if they were worried that these guys are going to randomly take the Raptors again, yeah, I probably would have warded this. Like, I feel like as an adaptation, that would make sense to just ward this in case. Because at this point, this guy could have done Wolves, taken this, gone down, taken the Krugs, and that would have been so devastating. So it looks like they actually get into the brush first, which just should not happen as G2 side. So that's on Targ. Wait, Yikes skipped his Gromp. So this makes even less sense to me. So if he's scared of losing his Raptors and he's gonna do this, because it also could be an indication that he's doing this to reverse clear into top side. But it just feels inefficient and not really purposeful. I mean, like, I'm trusting Kana's gonna handle himself top. Wow, he actually 3-camp invades bot. I feel like that's so useless. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Wait, why did he... What told him to 3-camp invade this? His bot lane doesn't even have the move. And Caps is never going to move for this play either. Or else he's going to get screwed in mid. Like, he has an advantage. That doesn't make any sense why Skew went for this. There's like, yeah, there's no purpose to it. If I'm Yike, I'm like, okay, I mean, like, I skipped my Gromp, which was already not great, but now I look way better because he did this. This also means he's first on bot side, so if he wants to, he could try to correct this. There's wards, looks like he's gonna say no. Now they know that his Gromp's up, because they're like, well, this is weird, why does he have this CS? No play on mid, and his mid's gonna base TP. And he doesn't want to show... Does he not want to show on that ward? So he's gonna show on the ward. So the Galio ward is really good. Skew's behind and is clear. And the Vi's actually kind of ahead. Because the Vi can just do 2 more camps. Everyone's chilling out. Nothing bad's happening. Do these 2 camps. Unless the Alistar is going to come mid and they're going to make a play. Because the wave is good to make a play. But she's kind of slippery. Oop. So they do look, but it's kind of a waste of time. But his Krugs don't come up for a little bit. So it's actually not a waste of time. It's fine. That's good. Okay, yeah. This puts his Krugs are delayed because he did red, so that's fine. I'm down for what Yike did. They also eliminated a pink by doing that, so cool. They pushed this guy out. What was going on with bot lane? Kind of unfortunate he places the pink right away. Especially because Nocturne is not really in the area to ever do anything, and they also know that Vi is faster on the clear, so ideally he would just be a human ward, and so he would not lose the pink. And then after that play, he could pink this area, or even maybe even this, but also his Kai'Sa needs a base. It looks like they're playing for the gank on bot side. cannon. It's such a... kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's fine. I just wanted to make sure that I was reading this correctly. And so once again, we have grubs coming up. The Vi easily. Like, I like this play here. A lot of the times, again, the teams would be thinking about doing the grubs. As blue side, I mean, the Rumble doesn't have push. The Galio does. The Victor has push, though. And our bot lane has first move. And we just forced them out of mid. But the Nocturne could definitely just run bot and dive, so I guess it's just awkward. It's not really set up well for them to do it. Yikes. Wow, that turned out so bad. Sorry, I just need to rewatch this a little bit, because it's just, I'm trying to think in my head, like, he bases, he could base, oof. I mean, to be honest, it's a swap timer. Like, the Zeri is fast enough on the map that she could book it to top at this point, and the Galio could deny some CS. That's the only thing that's a little awkward about it. It's like, you might lose CS for doing this, but the Rumble also has Equalizer to burn off one timer on bot, and so you could play for the grubs, play for top turret, and it's not bad at all. But because they send Zeri back bot, it's like we can't really run to the grubs, or else she's prone to just getting screwed over. And our top priority is not good enough to just do it as Vi alone without being scared. So they kind of are forced to stay on bot side and do something like this. Oh, he actually used Equalizer. Ow. The Victor does not have a lot of mana. And the Aurora has a really good position over them. It was good that Vladdy forced them out. I mean, it just looks like Yikes screwed it up. No? I think this is one of those situations where... I think this is one of those situations where you just don't go in. Like, you just sit on this, like, where Vladdy is, you just sit here. And maybe even you could just, like, flash combo this guy, and you might be able to kill him. And then you just play for the smite, and you run away. Because you definitely can't go in as KC. It's for sure just a regular standoff fight. And because Targ went in that way, and then Yike went in that way, yeah, it just became really bad. And that was not ideal. That was not ideal. I think I just preferred them doing the grub swap, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like the grub swap just gets you so much more on the map. It just seems way better. Because keep in mind, in that situation, you know, the Kaisa received the wave, so she had like a normal wave right here, a norm wave to push out. And if she stays to push this out, she's going to be way behind on the map. In that case, maybe you could deny the Rumble to CS, but now the Rumble's going to have a push timer, which no one can answer. And then you'll have a push timer on top, which Galio would have to TP for. And the map would just look abysmal for G2 if that were to happen. So yeah, I kind of prefer, I think I do prefer the grub swap.
And G2 have control in their adverse set across the years. 5-1, this is only including Riot official games, including their league their own. But the Carmichael is going to one game they have won between the two teams at the start of this year. I think a lot of people looked at it as perhaps the sign of a new era in the Carmichael G2 rivalry, which is only... Carmichael generally,
I mean, about the league, especially given that G2 felt like they were slumping, they had new members, they need to figure out how they fit into the system. It didn't take them very long, and speaking of, the Rock is winning it.
He does have the flash dodge, the showing cycle still hit with the crash down. Won't have to burn his summon.
That's good.
Oh,
Man, he just went a little too far. Because if you look at this map state, so LeBron bases for wards. I assume that's why he based. Yeah, he has wards. So he based for wards. They don't know if he's just hiding or like what he's doing. And honestly, very impressive that he didn't flash. I gotta say, it's pretty impressive that he didn't flash. Because like if he flashes, he's fine. Nothing's lost, but he loses. I mean, the flash will be detrimental later. But he keeps it. And Caps is not using his R or anything. Should Caps just use his R here? Does he even need to use his W here?
Seems like it didn't take them very long.
Ideally, the Nocturne's looking here too, though. Like, if they really wanted to play on Victor here, like, they knew, because they knew Alistar's base, right? They knew Alistar went into here, and so he starts base now. So we're definitely way ahead on the map on mid. They could have done it that way, yeah. It's just... I mean, the Victor will for sure flash. It's just, can you kill him in that time frame? Maybe. Yeah, you might be able to. And there's nothing on the map. Oof. It actually is good. It's good. If they want to dedicate this, plus his timer going on to mid, get his flash, and he probably dies, he would need to leave the Wolves and be here. And it would actually be really good. Because they knew Alistar's tempo on the map. They knew this guy, what he was up to. Unfortunately, Skewmond is not thinking about that, so the play ends up not being nearly as good. I mean, like, Caps could probably still press his R, so this guy's slowed, and then the Rel can just run in and actually get the CDs down on him and they do a full combo, and that's probably way better. Because he missed his Q, by the way. So it probably is better for him to just R and just play for the flash versus the kill, and maybe it'll work. But because he also used his W to get in range, I mean, he could just press his R too at this point. Like, he could press R here, and it would hit him, and he'd be low HP. You would have to TP back, and at least that happens. So Caps kind of just kills himself.
Beautiful movement. He bought more than enough time for the KC support group to come in and set it for a kill. He doesn't end up getting it. They hand that over to Yike, but ultimately KC get themselves on the board.
I think there's so much hardware glitch, like, gets overlooked at times. This has been spectacular. I know a lot of people started to see his worth at the end of last year, but now this year he has really stepped up. Despite the game not going the right, especially on the Victor as well, he's got like 5 times over 4 games, averages, I'm gonna put you to like 7 kills per game as well. He's been on absolute form, hasn't lost on the hit this year. Caps getting punished in the mid lane for a little bit of greedy pathing as well, back into that gravity well, still getting rooted up by. Skewmond does have the experimental hexplane now, can look for that paranoia. So far his focus has been mostly about getting to that level 6 and then playing around those neutral objectives. Nice splash here, just go there, and if the fear comes down, Skewmond backs away before
I don't actually like doing that. I don't think his ulti comes back in time for grubs or drag. And now you're burnt, like, cause it's too late. I don't think it's worth it. But we'll see. I mean, the Rel's flash does come back up, so I guess you have that to play on him for. But I'm not sure if the Nocturne ulti is actually going to be up, and if that's the case, KC should put a high emphasis on his drag. Like doing it on spawn. Okay, he missed. I just want to see what the tempo on the map is. These guys push out bot. And Targ is pretty late on his base. But he did not base on a ward, so G2 doesn't know. Well, yeah, G2 doesn't know exactly what his tempo on the map is. So they're gonna assume it's even. But the Victor is behind. Or is he behind? Oof. I mean, the Victor could have actually TP'd mid. But he doesn't know that Aurora is going to base as well. No, he doesn't. So if he TP's on this wave and he doesn't have help, it won't be the best. Unless Vi was gonna, like, just stick around mid for one timer with Victor, then it'd be fine. So him not TPing is okay. They send the dual lane mid, which I feel like is not ideal. Like, I think opening from this map, like, the Victor should still just run mid, because he can clear mid waves over and over and over again. And
Bot lane that G2 will have access into the river through their bot lane to
the bot lane would just be, yeah, I mean, Zera would just go bot, and it's fine. And she has E to go over the walls.
Hans is in for a world of hurt right now. Any vision at all. He thought
And the
he
thing
was
is,
safe because
yeah, like,
Rob saw Targamas, but Hans is in.
he could just R this guy, by the way. And he will lose all of his CDs. And the Nocturne R is still down, which is good. But can Targ be here?
bot lane 2 versus 2.
Because, like, if they're going to make this play, then Targ should just be bot. But also, this guy's showing on a ward, so Hans should never be in this situation to die. He should just back off and just chill out. So it was like a rare opportunity for Yike to make a play. Do you know where Rel is? They know where Rel is. They know where Aurora is. And they know Nocturne's not in bot. They actually have all the information in the world to make this play. The only thing is, if they do this, the Galio's gonna TP behind them. And they might both die. Ooh. Ooh, this is actually bad. What if the Galio just TPs here? The Vice is dead. Ooh, man, it's actually bad. Wow. It's actually bad to just do this anyways. So Yike shouldn't have done this.
The bot mean that G2 will have an access into the river through their bot lane 2 versus 2.
Because their top laner has first move too.
We heard the analyst talking about how he likes to back early so that he can quickly get.
Yeah, it's just not a thing, man. It's really, it's just not a thing. Like, Alistar would have to be down here to make this actually good.
On the edge of the
that sucks. That one ward is like killer. This ward is actually so killer against them.
The wall as well. Paranoia out from Skewmond. And now in the middle of the pit, Skewmond dives in onto Yike, who tries to dive onto Hans Summer. The kill see the barrier. The equalizer's enough. Yike gets the kill. Caps, though, starting to collapse with the rest of G2. Yike will fall. Targamas goes low. The ignite ticking on him. The stun landing from
wow. And they won it. How funny is that? That's so funny. As G2, like I said, I feel like Galio should just TP down here. Like, I feel like this is such a shit situation for them. I feel like the Galio should just TP. But he doesn't. And since BB doesn't do that, this was great, right? Like, he chunked him here. I don't know why Caps goes to auto him. And then I also don't know why Hans just, like, walks in the river for no care. Because Hans now loses his flash for free. And then he pressed his R, but like, Caps is not in position yet, and your Galio's almost here. Who has no flash? Alistar no flash, but he has R? Victor no flash. Victor in range. Is Galio in range to hit him? Because you could send it. You actually could send it here. Still. Just no balls? No balls? I mean, also, you know that Alistar is like, not in position to help. Just go. What? Just go. This guy's dead. He's dead on my screen. This guy can't fight him because he's going to run up slowly. He'll just die. The Galio is probably almost in range. If he has to flash R, so be it. They have it. But then he randomly just lets them escape and then goes on these guys. Like, watch how this goes. Doesn't have balls to go on these guys. Then goes on the Alistar. Who, I mean, like, and good on Yike. Look what Yike does. Like, Yike knows the situation's fucked for them. So he's like, you know what? This guy's no flash. I'm just gonna go on this guy. And BB needs to press W, by the way, not E. Or if he is gonna press E, do the backwards E. Like, why did he do this one? You could have just done this one and he would have gotten hit. And then you would W. So BB actually could have saved the situation, but he's slow. So BB's too slow. And Yike gets a massive play that kills Hans. And then the equalizer's massive. Obviously Yike dies. And then Khaleesi, who's just like, all the CDs are used, there's nothing they can do. That's crazy. That was such a winning fight for G2.
Ultimately, Rockablade's still got the kill. And what was largely a one-team fight for KC, they'll have to back off. They'll concede the dragon. Let's look back at this round.
Yeah, it's a bit overjoyed because you can see Captain's up the final. Kalis runs away from Nation. Nation is going to be in a position, but that's where Skew immediately jumps in onto the 200 KC that are there. But it's a good ball from Kana with that ultimate to get the pick. Then we're going to G2 trying to turn on towards the antagonist, but Kalis very zone here, goes over half HP, knowing that there's very little action, striking him with the backside of his fight, and they're ready to get that fight, but unfortunately the antagonist picked off the end.
I really just love that target focus. Yeah, very decisive, very quick. And the great thing about it is LeBron, who was zoning off the 3 members of KC, he then tried to help his AD carry, essentially the easy access into the fight. So ultimately, great execution value. Remember, no flash on him.
Comes on way though. Doesn't have the equalizer, but Vladdy immediately turns on the 2-1. He has to flash away, and with the electro arm things back, Vladdy has been on absolute fire so far this game. 0-0-3 on the scoreline. His
What just happened? Like, this play ends. They're on Grubs first. Skew does get the drag after. But honestly, you don't have to start it now. I think that's actually... Is it bait? Or is it good for him to do it? Because obviously they get a stack, which is good. But at the same time, he could just base for conditions with everyone else and then just play fresh and new on the map. And you're definitely going to lose the grubs for doing this, that's for sure. You do have 3 grubs yourselves already. Not sure. Maybe in their heads, because Nocturne is down, they're thinking, I don't think we're really going to be able to contest this. I mean, they have, like, their ultis are down as well. So Aurora ulti up, actually? And the Galio are? Whoa, wait. They should definitely just, he should just base. And then find them and fight them. If I'm looking at how this looks, ulti on Galio, ulti on Aurora, yeah, like you're down, and ulti on Rel and Flash, yeah, okay, don't do this, this is bad. Skew's seeing it as like a reward to get, but if he's thinking about the grand scheme of things, you actually have a power play on the map for a bit, and doing this kind of just takes away time from it. So... short term, yeah, this is like cool, this is great, like we got the dragon. Grand scheme of things where you could actually get more on the map and possibly force another good situation for yourself is lost because he did this. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. And then it's funny because now he's down bot and he ends up just dying. Like, it's a good rumble swap, right? Like, he obviously doesn't want to play against Aurora, and it's just a surprise. It's just good by KC. I mean, I'm not gonna fault Skew too heavily, but also at the same time, when Skew does the drag, he kind of needs to just not make another play. He needs to just like farm, do other things. So while it's a good heads-up play by them, at the same time, Skew probably shouldn't have been doing that.
Rockablade's had to go through 2 full rotations, and he had to tank like 4 tower shots, but just barely. They had enough damage between the 2 of them. G2 find themselves another pick on the corner, but in terms of the map state, I don't know if it really changes much. The hell's going to be spawning in a minute's time. I'll quickly check if Rockablade's ulti will be up in time. I don't think it will be.
Right, because they ended up investing on their bots, actually hurt G2. I think they wanted a quick kill into tower take, so then they had that number of advantage on the map, but because they don't get it, when they've invested a huge amount for this play, but you won't have it for potential play on the top side. Look, Kana survives for so long here, ends up getting the trap shield, doesn't actually end up flowing through to overheat, so he can consistently get access to that trap shield when he needs it, and then it's a slow just the end there, and a good tank from the Robin. Rockablade's kind of work, but it's this next fight and we're going to G2. I mean, in the end, the damage they had there was tolerating some Rockablade's, which isn't the most powerful at bursting down the target. Meanwhile, we're going to see the power coming out, and that's a lot more powerful at killing someone off. Kana dies on the sideline, Skew over there, at the right time is Kana was stepping forward. The tower is available in 5 seconds.
That's good. I mean, is the timing good though? Because it's 1540 before Herald, and your comp needs to win sooner than later. Like I said, the Galio will have issues against the Rumble eventually. Like, the Victor will be a problem. So, like, do you really need to go? Because the Galio was just going to get a shift timer anyways, on his own. And so now you're missing another opportunity to use Knockar and Aurora R. And so now they just get the Herald for free, because we just randomly used Nocturne R on bot. Unless you're telling me, yeah, I mean, they lost it. It sucks. That's not a good play. That's bad. That's actually bad.
Yeah, let's talk about where we are in terms of items and spikes. The list has about 500 gold. He only has that young pile complete. Obviously, a piece of strength going over to G2, so a small advantage for them there. Across the board, about an item apiece.
That sucks.
Pretty much a very even game state. Quite the contrast to what we had in game 1. Nice to see that KC was able to kind of slow the pace of the game down and not be thrown into the chaos that G2 was trying to enact early on. When we think about how these teams want to interact with their competition, remember G2 have a lot of die. The basic combination is relevant. You saw Pop onto the Rumble, which is actually doing multiple of KC. That's why burning like flash attack was very valuable, because it doesn't have any form of mobility to get out of that situation. It makes it much easier to set up a quick kill and put it into 1v1.
And that's why KC are happy putting this dragon by 3 seconds. You have all of those flashes available.
Set up for Dragon.
It makes it a little more difficult for G2. You need to see KC trying to play, but he's have one access route into this river.
The Aurora is still top. Did she have push? She did have push, but she's basing for what? She canceled her base. I mean, he's like, does he have an item? I don't know if he has it or not. What the fuck is Caps doing? What on earth did I just watch him do? Dude, you solo ulti. Oh my god. Someone tell this guy how to play Aurora, please. He didn't even have item. The item he got was not worth it. So, here's my take. Once Caps does this, Caps should just run down. Just run down. You don't have to use your TP. Just walk down. If you want, if you're by, because he has like 1100 gold. If he wants to do it this way, then just base now. Base, like, take the base that you're doing now and TP. And that's it. Okay? Because like he's not really gonna get much value doing else otherwise. If he can sell his, if he has to sell his Doran ring, so be it. Or if he can only buy just an amp totem, whatever. But the fight situation is not bad for them if you look at it, because like Rumble's disconnected, so Rumble has to leave bot to kind of join them. He decides, okay, I don't want to lose the wave. Okay, Casey kind of gets good initial setup vision, so they're contesting second. The TP ward behind them, this one ward that they keep doing around here, really good, really good. Okay, so we have a good setup. Galio sees Targ here. He could just sit in the he could sit here. I mean, like, he doesn't have to leave this position. I don't know why he's walking all the way around. He could just sit here. This is fine. I don't know why he went all the way around. So, like, this guy presses R, right? What if Caps is gonna go over like this? One, why is he going into here? Why not just press your R here? Like in this area. Just do it. And then once this guy latches on, you probably could. And no, you just throw the Galio. Just go for it. And if I'm the Rel, it's already kind of late to get in this situation, so it'd actually be kind of nice if he cues the Alistar and just keeps him preoccupied. But look how Caps does it. Caps runs in this way. He's in a very poor way. Like, he just has to sit over here and press R. And if these guys take all this damage, they're screwed. Who has flash? Everyone has flash? You probably go on the Vi here, actually. This would be the most ideal. Yeah. Like, going on this guy is not nearly as good. Because as you notice, it's like puts you in a weird spot. If you're here, the Victor has to flash out. This guy has to flash out. Like, it's way worse for them here than here. So Skewmon doesn't really do the best R. Caps ints it. Then, like, we use all of our spells on Alistar. And then they get the dragon. Oh my god! Wow, dude. G2's comp is not bad. Like, it's definitely like a kind of just press your buttons and go comp. And they're just butchering it. Man, I hope they find something. Like, I just hope they find something. Because they have not had a single good Nocturne Aurora Galio combo in 22 minutes. And somehow Caps just kills himself. I mean, Caps' Aurora is pretty atrocious, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually probably... It's actually incredible how bad his Aurora is. And it's a good pick off by KC, right? But also KC's like clearly showing on vision and surrounding the area, so like, why is he the one who's face checking? And now this guy dies too? I don't know, that was just weird. And Kana is like the man. Like, this is, again, it's not an ideal matchup. Like, he played 2 non-ideal matchups and he did perfectly fine. So they're starting the drag. Aurora R is down. Nocturne R is down. Don't burst the drag. Slow it. Just let it hit. Just let it hit you.
Now you have to take the 5v5 as Maddie's shown up, and then
Is it like Aurora? Are the ultis gonna even be up yet? Aurora R's not up. Aurora's not up. We're playing for burn, but the Aurora R's not up. It's not up yet. Now it's up. Dude, I think they just don't pull it right away. I think they're just getting too scared, man. They're too scared. Dude, they're just too scared. I mean, like, there's just a few key ultis that just have to come up. I mean, obviously, Vyar and Rumble are down. Maybe that's why they're doing this. They're thinking, okay, well, they don't have ultis, we don't have ultis. Like, maybe it's okay. But also, if we're doing it this way, wouldn't it be way better for Skew to be with the team, BB to be with the team, and Cap sits here? Because if Cap sits here, he's gonna hit people. Like, he's literally gonna chip and chunk people, and then he's gonna have a really good position to keep going back and forth here while being safe. This guy doesn't do anything here. So, as like just a positioning sake, it's not good. Yeah, like, look, what's he gonna do? Nothing. Like, this guy could have already chunked these two and left. And Alistar can't commit his combo because the guy can just flash.
The 5v5 as Maddie's shown up, and then ultimate is not quite up good, and it's just there.
So at this point, Rel should have just been walking back the entire time, but he gets separated, so Rel can't do anything. Luckily, this comes back up, but they already lost the drag. And if Caps gets caught... Damn, dude. I gotta admit, man. They just fight better. When it comes to some of these fight situations, I really do feel like Casey just fights better. And Caps is just like... not performing.
The thing about the threat of the Baron is it got the TDR from Caps. It got G2 haphazardly approached the Baron so they had information and vision. And because they were slightly broken apart under the setup, KC found picks like never before. KC, a single pick on the Caps now, Hunter, a lot of danger.
I'm trying to think here. What, I mean, G2's comp is just straightforward. It is what it is. So they go for a one-time pick on Kana.
After finding that double kill, they got so much off the back of it.
But you went on the guy who has cleanse.
After finding that double kill, they got so much off the back of it.
Also, why? Oh, Kaisa doesn't have fucking R, so you can't even actually make this work. It's so lost because you used all your CDs and you got literally nothing. It was just not a good look. The guy literally has cleanse flash, and that's the game. That's hilarious. I mean, MVP. Honestly, part of me wants to say Kana, but reality is Vladdy had a pretty solid game, and same with Yike. Like, there's some things that Yike did that I did not like, but I think how he turned around situations was pretty good. The worst player of the game, LeBron was not good. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Caps is definitely around this area because Caps was pretty bad. And Skew also screwed up a bunch of situations. Like, fantastic play. This was okay, good. This was good. This was... Yeah, this was way better. This was okay, good. This was like, okay, bad. He was just okay. Bad. Bad. Honestly, okay, bad. Like, well, nah. I could say he was just okay. BB's still playing better, right? But a lot of it was dedicated on like what Nocturne was doing. And I'm gonna be honest, man, his plays for this game really hampered them. Like, this was probably a bigger problem than Caps. So yeah, for this game, not ideal. Not ideal at all by G2. And they could have performed, but KC just... they just took advantage of certain situations.